Many powerful Force users have left their imprint on the galaxy and the Star Wars universe. But who wins when it comes to raw power and strength? Is it Darth Maul, the Sith Lord who was trained by Darth Sidious and is known for his ferocious combat abilities? Or is it Count Dooku, the former Jedi Knight turned Sith Lord and lightsaber combat expert? To find an answer, we'll need to look into the backgrounds and abilities of these two formidable characters. Who received the more in-depth training? Who has more battlefield experience? And perhaps most importantly, who in the Force has demonstrated greater raw strength? Join us as we delve into the subject into greater depth. Keep an eye out. Starting us off, let's take a look at each of these Sith Lords individually and their combative accolades. Let's begin with Darth Maul. Darth Maul is a character from the Star Wars franchise who was introduced in the 1999 film Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. He's a Sith Lord and apprentice to Darth Sidious, the primary antagonist of the Star Wars prequel trilogy. In terms of raw power, Darth Maul is a formidable opponent. He's highly skilled in the dark side of the Force and is a master of lightsaber combat, having been trained by both Darth Sidious and the Sith Order. One of the most impressive feats of Darth Maul's power is his ability to duel and hold its own against both Obi-Wan Kenobi and Qui-Gon Jinn, two highly skilled Jedi. This is no small feat, as even the most skilled Jedi typically have difficulty facing off against a single Sith Lord. Additionally, Darth Maul has demonstrated his power through his proficiency in the use of telekinesis, a common ability among Force users. He has used this power to throw objects at his opponents, such as when he fought Qui-Gon Jinn and Tatooine. He has also used telekinesis to deflect blaster bolts back at his attackers. Darth Maul's physical strength is also noteworthy. He has been shown to be able to lift and throw full-grown humans with ease, and his speed and agility make him a formidable opponent in close combat. In terms of his abilities as a Sith Lord, Darth Maul is highly cunning and strategic. He's adept at manipulating situations and people to his advantage, and is known for his ability to think on his feet. He's also highly resilient, as he was able to survive his fall down a reactor shaft on Naboo and later return in the Clone Wars as a cyborg. Overall, Darth Maul is a powerful Sith Lord who is skilled in both the use of the Force and lightsaber combat. His physical strength, cunning mind, and resilience make him a formidable opponent for any who dare to stand against him. Having discussed about Maul, what about we have a look at Dooku, shall we? Count Dooku, also known as Darth Tyrannus, is a character from the Star Wars franchise who was introduced in the 2002 film Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. He was born into a noble family on the planet Sereno and was trained in the ways of the Jedi by Grand Master Yoda himself. He became one of the highest-ranking members of the Jedi Order and was respected for his intelligence and combat skills. He's a Sith Lord and the secondary antagonist of the Star Wars prequel trilogy. In terms of raw power, Dooku is a formidable opponent. He's highly skilled in the dark side of the Force and is a master of lightsaber combat, having been trained by both Yoda and the Jedi Order before falling to the dark side and becoming a Sith. One of the most impressive feats of Dooku's power is his ability to defeat several Jedi at once. He was also able to hold his own against both Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi in the lightsaber duel on Geonosis. Dooku has also demonstrated his power through his proficiency in the use of telekinesis, a common ability among Force users. He has used this power to throw objects at his opponents, such as when he fought Master Yoda on Geonosis. He has also used telekinesis to defend himself against blaster fire and to push his opponents off balance. In addition to his abilities in the Force, Dooku is also a skilled strategist and a manipulator. He was instrumental in orchestrating the Clone Wars, using his charisma and political influence to turn entire systems against the Galactic Republic. Overall, Dooku is a powerful Sith Lord who is skilled in both the use of the Force and lightsaber combat. His strategic mind and manipulation make him a formidable opponent for any who dare to stand against him. What can we say about their intelligence? Who has the upper hand? Let's investigate. Dooku was an expert tactician as the Separatist party leader in a master duel, and his cunning and tactical mind was among the reasons he was such a formidable foe. Mock tyrants could completely demolish their opponents by shattering their self-confidence and filling them with doubt using the Sith technique. As a result, Dooku frequently won every engagement before it even started. As everyone knows, the mind is half the battle. Anakin Skywalker would learn much of this technique as the Dark Lord Darth Vader years after fighting Dooku. as Dooku was as much a teacher to the young Vader as his own master, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Kenobi thought Maul was brilliant in his own right at the time, but in a very different way. Maul always saw the best avenue to break an opponent's defense, as we saw him do against Qui-Gon Jinn. The fight was becoming too drawn out, and he needed to kill the Jedi quickly, so he resorted to a cheap trick, hitting Qui-Gon's chin with the hilt of his lightsaber to stun him, which worked, and so was able to kill the Jedi Master. In Season 7, we learned that Maul had been given clarity on Sidious's grand plan, which is a testament to his intelligence in and of itself. Maul devised his plan to overthrow the plan of Darth Sidious by luring Obi-Wan and Anakin to Mandalore in the hopes of killing Anakin. Unfortunately, this did not go as planned, resulting in a severe backfire in which Ahsoka Tano captured him. Moving on, the final say on the intelligence comparison. Now that the votes have been tallied for these two dark side warriors in the lightsaber category, I doubt anyone will be surprised that we chose Dooku. His skill is unrivaled, as it was said that he could beat Sidious, who had mastered all 7 forms of lightsaber combat, blade for blade. Despite his ferocity with a blade, Maul can be outwitted, as Obi-Wan Kenobi has repeatedly demonstrated, which perfectly segues into our next category, intelligence, which Dooku also holds. Dooku is cool and calculated in battle, whereas Maul is easily provoked into a blind rage. Not to mention that only a small number of Maul's sinister plots transformed him into a prophet. He failed to kill Kenobi every time they engaged because, while he was good at positioning someone, he overestimated his ability to follow through. This is why even if he had enticed Kenobi and Anakin to Mandalore in Season 7, he would have lost because he would have vastly underestimated his ability to deal with a chosen one. Simply put, he only thinks things through partially. On the other hand, Dooku knew how powerful he was and how far he could go. This is shown in Attack of the Clones when he decides to escape his fight with Yoda by distracting him, when he realizes that he won't be able to beat the Jedi Master with the time he has, or that he might not be able to beat him at all. He puts his pride aside and chooses to escape, eventually forcing his ability. With that in mind, who do you think will win if the two fight? It is difficult to say for certain who would come out on top if Darth Maul and Count Dooku were to engage in a lightsaber duel. Both Sith Lords are highly skilled in the use of the Force in lightsaber combat, and either one could potentially emerge victorious in a hypothetical showdown. One potential factor that could influence the outcome of the duel is a difference in their training and background. Darth Maul was trained by both Darth Sidious and the Sith Order, while Count Dooku was once a Jedi trained by Grand Master Yoda before falling to the dark side. This could potentially give Dooku an edge in combat, as he has received training from both the light and dark sides of the Force. Additionally, Dooku has demonstrated his combat skills by defeating several Jedi in combat, including Jedi Master Yaddle, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Anakin Skywalker. However, Maul was able to hold his own against both Obi-Wan Kenobi and Qui-Gon Jinn in a lightsaber duel, which is no small feat. Ultimately, it is impossible to say for certain who would emerge as victorious in a lightsaber duel between Darth Maul and Count Dooku. Both Sith Lords are highly skilled and powerful, and the outcome of the duel could depend on a variety of factors such as tactics, strategy, and the current state of their physical and mental abilities. Well, that marks the end of the video. We hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. See you in the next video.